Thank you very much. I'm just here, my dear dignified menstruation champions, all of you here, collected here on, after 2.5 days of deliberation. And on Human Rights Day, not accidental at all, knowing Radha, I want to offer a collective tribute from us all, not only to what we've learned, but to the journey that brought us here. Let's get back to basics. The journey for many of us did not begin with money, donors, or a ready-made platform. It began with purpose and with a truth that the world has too often treated as unspeakable, and in many parts and many times continues to do so. Menstruation is a part of life, and dignity is non-negotiable. I really honor your vision, Radha. I have to find her. I really honor your vision and the birth of the movement. Let's really take a moment. Let's give her a big hand. I honor your vision and the birth of this movement, one of many movements the world over and stronger as it joins up on dignified menstruation. You had a lonely start, no funding, no guarantees, and no applause at that time. But you were fueled by passion and driven by integrity and conviction. Rather, you transformed your lived experience into collective truth. And most importantly, you held the line. I've seen you doing it bravely and fiercely, dignity always, and reminding us that dignity must be at the center of our language, our policies, our programs, our products, our behavior, and policies and practice. I also want to really take a moment to honor everyone here, the 56 champions from 21 countries and 5 continents who traveled here alongside almost 100 Nepali champions of all ages in this room and online, and the invaluable partnership of the Men Engage Alliance and the National Youth Council. But most importantly, I want to salute all you young people. You are the future, and you will bring us there. It's just been wonderful and a bit sobering to see the average age in the room, a bit frightening actually, and reminding many of us that we can hang up our boots without worry, because you are there to take it forward. So together, all of us in the room and all the presentations and conversations reminded us that menstruation is never just a hygiene issue or a health issue or an SRHR issue. It is about power and patriarchy. It includes linkages to gender-based violence, exclusion, stigma, and the policing of bodies, denying us bodily autonomy. And it also really stigmatizes those who do not confirm. For many of us in this room, many, well, not all, but many with a little bit of gray hair and who can think back a few decades, this is deeply personal. No one was talking about it, certainly not when I began in 1994. People would just hear the words and pretend that we never said the word menstruation and continue talking as though we had not said anything, the few of us who kind of are that old. We had no funding then either, only a belief that breaking the silence opens the door to the bigger architecture of inequality into rights, autonomy, safety, and gender justice. Radha, I still remember meeting you. It was freezing cold, February 2017, outside the comforts of Kathmandu, in Nepal's first government-hosted menstrual health and hygiene training. We spoke then about dignity, inclusion, and access, and also focused, even in 2017, on visually and hearing impaired people. The government of Nepal, again, I salute this government because it has always been enabling. It has, the government ministries that you engaged with were listening then and came together to support you in those early days, even when they did not understand maybe the full import of the holistic approach you wanted to take. I can only applaud and celebrate how far the movement has come with the foundation, the Radha Paudel Foundation, building research and encouraging a body of young fellows and champions, and the Global South Coalition for Dignified Menstruation, taking its place as a key voice to be heard in this dynamic, evolving work and universe, building partnerships across geographies and sectors, always looking ahead and never afraid. So tonight, my tribute becomes our shared promise. So do listen carefully. And if you disagree, you need to raise your hand now or forever be silenced and take action. Let us leave Kathmandu committed to confront stigma wherever it sits, in laws and policies, classrooms, clinics, workplaces, humanitarian or development contexts, climate adaptation, homes and institutions, and in each and every thought and conversation and word we utter every day. Let us bring non-menstruators into responsibility for this movement as allies with us in changing and destroying harmful norms. And let us ensure that this movement speaks across the life course, from pre-menarche, menarche to menopause and older age, with special attention to non-conforming and gender-diverse persons, or those with disabilities, or anyone left out, because our definitions always have boundaries, always have limits, very often leave people out or leave people behind. So we must keep questioning our own universe and expand our own approaches and language. Radha, thank you again for proving and continuing to prove that movements are not born from budgets or funding. They're born from conviction and the integrity of purpose. In closing, I request you all to join me in honoring this journey in the only way that truly counts, by centering dignified menstruation every day in what we say, how we behave, and what we do, and the actions we take. Thank you.